My design philosophy is about designing homes that tell a story, whether that's through the connection of the homeowner or the history of the home or those two blended. That's what's important to me in my designs. I'm Kate Marker. I'm an interior designer, and this is my home in Barrington, Illinois, where I live with my husband, 2 daughters, and 2 dogs. This was a historical home that had lots of charm. I drove by it for many years and knew it was a home that I wanted to touch. We bought this home with the intention to potentially sell it. And as we got into the process, we ended up just falling in love with it and ended up making it our own. I always start with the kitchen. It's sort of the heart of the home. It's a little cliche, but it's so true. And in this home, it's really like the central spot. So when designing the kitchen, it was really important to me to open it up, make the ceilings as tall as we could get them. We were able to vault the ceiling, add these beautiful paneled white beams, and do something unique and different by adding these 6 bistro lights. These really kind of pulled it all together. And as I was designing and thinking that we were potentially going to sell the home, when moments like this happened where we were able to vault it, I thought, wow, we could really move into this space. I would say my living room. It was that space that was really challenging for me when we designed it. And I felt like there was something that was really missing. Quickly, I came up with adding this built-in, and it really helped shape the room. I even was able to add this sweet little arch that was also a key feature of designing, going from the living room to the kitchen. And I felt like this really helped pull the whole space together. And we did it in a contrasting dark chocolate brown to feel very grounded and welcoming. In all my projects, I'm inspired by the region that I'm working with. And in this one, the Midwest is just, good people, full of lots of warmth, and most of the time we're pretty cold here. So, I think adding in lots of layers and lots of texture is something that we do in all of our designs. Wall coverings and textiles add so much in our designs because they add depth, comfort, and a lot of visual interest. For example, in my foyer, we added a wallpaper right above the wainscoting that was existing. And, even though it was such a small space, it gave so much interest to that foyer with just different layers of color and pattern. So we mix metals in all of our projects, whether it is a kitchen faucet, maybe the cabinet hardware, light fixtures. As you can see here in our kitchen, I have the unlacquered brass mixed with the matte black. Part of, adding the layers, getting that rich texture to come through. So you can layer with textiles, you can layer with fabrics, you can layer with mixing metals, and it's just one of our ways that we add texture to a space. For someone looking to define their own interior style, I would say to find something that's personal to you and something that you're connected with and build off of it. Whether that's a piece of art, whether that's a small accessory, whether that's a color, it could be any of those. To find something that makes you feel good and build off of it. I would say always invest in a good sofa, artwork, and lighting. I think the sofa is a piece that you use and abuse. It's something that you sit in every day, and I think that is not something that you should shy away from investing in. And then artwork is something that's personal and meaningful and tells a story. And so to me, that's something that always really makes the room come together. And then lighting, the jewelry of the home. So when we moved to this new home, we had to really start all the way over because when we sold our past home, the person that bought it bought everything in it, down to the final accessory. So it was really exciting as an interior designer to be able to completely start over. Of course, I brought a lot of those really sentimental pieces with me, like heirlooms and such. But overall, I got to start fresh and, have a new approach in this downsize. I think heirloom pieces are really important. This heirloom cabinet is a piece that has followed me from all of our renovations and all of our homes. It's a piece my husband and I bought right when we moved in town to Barrington, back when we were little newlyweds. And We painted it together, and it will always have a place in our homes. Our last home was a 10,000 square foot home. So moving to this home, just, over 3,000 square foot, was quite a change for my family and I, but a great change to be able to use every space in this new home and to love it. And, it just has this very cozy, sort of like hug you type of home feel to it. Living in a smaller home has really taught us that it's really about being together. I think every home should showcase the clients and their personality, and I think this home really does showcase us and who we are, and that's what we strive for in all of our projects. My biggest compliment when I do design projects is when, somebody views it for the first time and they say, oh wow, this home really feels like the homeowner and feels like them. And that's so meaningful to me.